Welcome to this episode of Access Mutual Fund Masterclass, an investor education initiative. I am Kavita Thapliyal, and we all know that diverse backgrounds, professions and lifestyles, mutual funds offer something for everyone. Today we are going to explore this episode about passive investing and taking up the passive route via mutual funds. And for that, I am joined by Vikash Wadekar, Passive Head, Access Mutual Fund. Hi, and welcome to the show. All right, so a lot has been told about passives, and we know globally it's a phenomena. People prefer passive investing also because somehow the alpha over there is more as compared to what they get in active mutual funds. But then this is catching up in India as well. We've done several segments on this particular show talking about how to have active plus passive in the portfolio. But can anyone just have a passive portfolio or just a passive route of investment in their portfolio aligned with their financial goals?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you, Kavita, for inviting me today. Yeah, so passive makes your life much simpler. If you were to look at large cap, mid cap, small cap, or any thematic for that matter, okay, any theme passive, you have to choose only one option. Right, there's a large cap index, Nifty 100, mid cap 150, small cap 250. For when you go to active, what happens? A lot of options are there. There are multiple options, hundreds of schemes that you need to choose from. So the confusion creates there. Here it's actually much simpler, right? So if you are a conservative investor but wants to come to Indian equity market, definitely you can pick up a Nifty 100 kind of a large cap index. If you are a slightly risk taking, you can go to mid and small.
Okay.
So that your life becomes simple. So passive actually makes your life simple in terms of choice.
Right.
Right. Now, if you go to say sectoral fund also, okay, as a bank, IT, pharma, healthcare and all, there also we have seen actually active is not able to do that kind of job, but because the universe is small. Okay. So why to pay that additional fees? You come to passive, choose an IT index, choose a banking index, healthcare consumption index. Your choice becomes simple. In like 7-8 funds, you can have your overall portfolio, which you can be say large cap, mid cap, small cap. Okay. Also can be a thematic and sectoral as well.
Right. You spoke about having a passive route via mid cap and small cap. So the exposure, the universe over here is very large. It gives the fund manager the flexibility to, as per their expertise, to pick up companies and also generate alpha. Whereas a passive might not give you that liberty. Do you think mid cap and small cap active space still has better chances of giving you better returns as compared to the passive route in this category?
Yeah. So this is what people always talk about, that India being not that well versed, or we have still a lot of alpha left, a lot of research room left, but that's not the numbers talk about.
Okay.
Okay. If you look at the mid and small cap category, last 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, hardly 20% of them have been outperformed. I'm talking about the broader indexes, which is the mid cap 150, small cap 250 indices. Okay. So though there is a research available, there are 40 plus mutual funds are actually doing a lot of research, more than 500 analysts are covering it. So what's happening there? Right? Because that tells you, I'm not getting into active passive, I'm getting into that tells you the market is actually becoming very powerful. Okay. Another thing, I'm not saying there are guys not outperforming. There are guys who are like 20% guys are still able to do it. But is there a possibility that this guy will remain there for long? That's a question mark. So this alpha is actually not consistent.
Okay.
So moment you add passive, like if you look at there are 10 mutual fund mid and small. Okay. As I said, 20% are only able to do it. 2 are able to do it. And what if you are in those 8? Right. True. And today that 2 guys, the number 1 guy might fall down, because it's not consistent alpha. Right. That's where passive helps you to reduce your underperformance.
Okay.
Okay. Whether it is mid cap and small cap. So yes, this is a space which actually become because a lot of analysts, a lot of mutual funds and active players, market is actually becoming very, it's actually becoming matured, and that's where it becomes very difficult to consistently beat mid and small as well.
So across market caps and across themes, how would you advise an investor to have an passive exposure in their portfolio, considering one really just wants to have a passive way towards their investments?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely simple. We say 15 years ago, we used to think about Nifty 50 is a great barometer of Indian equity market, like 75% of the market cap, and if you just have Nifty 50, your Indian markets are covered. Right? That Nifty 50 is now less than 50% of the total market cap. right?
Okay.
So there is a lot of growth which is happening beyond Nifty 50. We are missing it out.
Okay.
Okay, so the one solution which I can talk about, people talk about multi-cap, flexi-cap approach. Nifty 500 is a concept which is, it's covering 500 stocks, large cap, mid cap, small cap. So no need to worry about, which cap I pick it up.
Okay.
So one fund gives you a solution, right? So all caps are covered. Now this can be your core, and then if you want to take additional risk,
okay,
and build a portfolio using thematic, sectoral call. Okay, all those are also possible by, that can be a satellite approach, keeping Nifty 500 in the core.
So there will not be a case of over diversification in any category or any sector?
Yeah, I was expecting that question. In fact, Nifty 50, we have 14 sectors.
Right.
Nifty 500, 21 sectors, 7 more sectors. Now, when you add these 7 more sector, what happens? The banking and financial services, which is 34%. It's like more than 1/3 is one sector only driving. That drops down to 28%. The moment you come to Nifty 500.
Right.
So what happens? The top 3 sectorial the dominance actually comes down.
Okay.
So it's not diversification. The dominance of top 3 sectors comes down. Dominance of top 10 stock, which is around 57-58% in Nifty 50, that also comes down. So that 450 stocks which are adding actually giving you diversification. What results out of it? Better return. Better risk adjusted return.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised the standard deviation is equal or lesser than Nifty 50 for Nifty 500. So that actually makes a lot of sense for somebody who wants to have a large cap bias portfolio, which is 75% large cap in Nifty 500, and mid and small takes care of 25%,
right,
and gives you a better return, better risk adjusted return.
So someone who wants to just begin the investment journey can go for this, something like this.
Yes. So the first time somebody is coming to in the industry,
right,
it's a simple choice for him to pick up Nifty 500 to start his journey on the equities.
Index way or ETF way?
Yeah, so index, Indian market, the liquidity on ETFs is still challenging, because it's not that they are not efficient. The market makers, very few market makers are there in the industry, and that is a challenge. So for retail investor, definitely we would prefer an index fund. Index route convenience is much more, and India is still, a lot of people are not having demat account. So index fund route is simple. For those who are players on the secondary market, who actually plays a lot of direct equity and hold their entire strategy on the demat side, they can also choose. But for retail and mass, the index funds routes is preferable.
All right. With that, it's a wrap on the show. Thank you so much for being on the show and answering all the questions today.
Thank you so much, Kavita.
Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.